Earlier today, I received a content strike on my channel for the Elder Scrolls Online beta impressions. Now, in this video, I do not show any footage of the Elder Scrolls Online beta. I do not show any pictures. I do not even show footage or pictures that they themselves had previously released for public consumption. There was absolutely nothing in this that Zenimax Studios had any copyright claims over. The intro was made completely by myself and is original from the Skyrim intro. The music is a remix of the Skyrim soundtrack. And those are the only two things that might possibly be within Zenimax's realm of copyright content ownership. Everything else had absolutely nothing to do with the Elder Scrolls Online, because it was my face and simply my voice. Nothing else. This received a copyright strike and the video's been taken down. Now, I still have the original video and I have considered uploading it again, but I'm not going to because that might result in another copyright strike on my channel and I really don't want that. This, however, completely is out of realm of everything. There is zero content that is Zenimax Studios. None. Absolutely nothing. I went back and I read the terms of service that I signed when I played the Elder Scrolls Online beta. I did not break a single one of those terms of service. No footage, no gameplay, no pictures, no audio, nothing came from that game or was put in that video. And I even looked at the terms of service from a lawyer standpoint, I guess you would say, of how things are worded, how choosy they are of things, and how certain things are phrased. That matters a lot, especially when you're signing a contract or a terms of service or something like that. Wording is everything because words can be interpreted any way you want. So if you word it a certain way, it can be very easily interpreted a certain way. And I looked at it and I thought of it from that standpoint when it came specifically to their content in this game and distribution of their content in this game. No way would it have been possible for them to finagle the words in that terms of service round to say that I couldn't actually talk about the beta, my impressions of the beta. Now, I think the one thing that I did that might have pissed them off if one of their representatives watched this video was I really slammed them for their $15 per month price and their $60 entry fee. Now, I'm assuming on those prices that it is $15 and that it is a $60 price point. The $60 initial buyout price point is confirmed. However, the monthly price I do not believe is confirmed. I am going to assume, though, that it is $15 a month, as that is which most MMOs come in standard. And I said it'd be a very stupid idea of them to come in at $15 a month, because they're not a well-established MMO. They're a well-established franchise in terms of single-player games, but not an MMO sense. And I said that I felt if they wanted to do well in the industry, for this MMO perspective, they should really lower their price to $9.99 a month. Because a lower price would attract more people. Why spend $15 a month playing WoW when you can spend $9.99 and play the Elder Scrolls Online, which has mechanics that might possibly be better? I even said the Elder Scrolls Online beta is looking pretty damn solid for a beta. The other thing that I talked about that might have pissed one of them off was the cash shop that they had announced. Now again, this was announced through a media outlet such as IGN for public consumption. This was already known news out there on the internet that there would be an in-game cash shop. Now they did say that this in-game cash shop would have player services such as name change, server change, race change. Now, those being in a cash shop, that's totally acceptable because that is a paid service for a player. It's a little bit extra give on the developer's side, so it would require some more money. That's totally acceptable and we understand that. But they have an entire PR department that is dedicated to wording things that would go out into the public, like cash shop. What are we going to call this? Let's call it a cash shop. Think about that for a second in terms of public reaction, and immediately it doesn't sound good. A cash shop? How are they going to take that? They're paying a monthly subscription and an initial $60, and there's a cash shop to buy more content? That's what it really, really sounds like. So I don't think they called it a cash shop by mistake. If it was just services paid for by the player, they just could have called it paid services in-game. But no, they called it a in-game cash shop. And one of the developers did specifically say that there are going to be other things inside this cash shop that will be for more fun. Now, whether it's things like XP boosts or purely cosmetic items, I'm of mixed feelings. Purely cosmetic items, I really don't care about. I would much rather wear high in-game tier items that I got myself to prove that I'm a badass and I put a lot of time into this game. So I don't give a crap about cosmetic items. You're just showing you have money and flaunting it around. Whoop-de-doo. But XP boosts. That's something I'm a little waffly on, because it could unbalance the game in some ways, not directly affecting my gameplay or how I play through the game impactively, but if people hit the max level range quicker than I do and get to in-game content quicker than I do, or the large portion of the player base, they could, and I'm assuming that there is an in-game auction house, but they could indirectly affect the auction house because they're the ones setting the prices and the standards. That's just one example that I could think of, and it's probably not a very good one. But again, XP boost is something I'm a little bit more waffly on. Anything else, such as paid items in-game or keys to loot chests that you find that drop around, that's really kind of being a prick to your consumer base. Now, I have no idea what specifically triggered Zenimax to put a copyright strike on this video, and I have rebutted because there's zero content that Zenimax owns on that video. But why? Why was there a copyright strike on that specific video? I broke no terms of service. I showed no footage, no pictures, no audio, nothing from the game. I simply talked about my impression, and I did rewatch it and pick it apart to make sure I wasn't violating any copyright. Because I quite frankly like Bethesda, and Zenimax owns Bethesda, so I inversely kind of like Zenimax, and I'm really looking forward to the Elder Scrolls Online. But if you're going to be an asshole to me about my negative impressions on some things in this game, after this video is posted, I'm probably really not going to post too much more on this channel. I will post one other video that is going to link you to another channel that will be my new channel, as I'm severely pissed off by this, as it's affecting my channel and specifically that video. The internet is full of assholes making really negative opinions, and mine, quite frankly, isn't that bad compared to some. I'm Scout with 3 guns down, and I'll soon be moving to the Gaming Scout or Scout Gaming. I haven't decided which way I'm going to word it yet. It depends what's available. Anyway, please check out our Facebook, Twitch, and Twitter for the time being. We will have a new Twitter, Twitch, and Facebook within the near future. Now I'm going to go beat a punching bag that has Zenimax scrawled all over it for about 6 hours.